Hi everybody, welcome to this video on deriving the product rule. So we talked about the power rule before in a previous video. Now let's talk about the product rule. So the product rule is finding the derivative of a function that is the product of two functions of that same variable. When f of x is equal to a function of a to the x multiplied by b to the x. And both of these functions are functions of x. So let's derive the product rule by using the limit definition of a derivative. So we have the limit of h going to 0 of our function of f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h. Now, since we have x plus h for f of x, let's use our two product functions in place of f of x. So here we have the limit of h going to 0 of a to the x plus h multiplied by b to the x plus h minus a to the x times b to the x divided by h. So from here, there's actually a mathematical trick that we'll use in order to fully solve and derive the product rule. Anytime you have any function, you can add 0 to it, you can subtract 0 from it. It's the same exact function from the beginning. The little mathematical trick I'll denote here in this blue star, and we're also going to write out what we're going to be adding and subtracting in blue. Just like adding 2 and subtracting 2 from the same function, just gives you the same thing in the end. So if we had 3, if we add 2 to it and also subtract 2, we still have 3 at the very end. It's still the same exact thing. So that's what we're going to do with a quantity here. So let's say we add a to the x plus h times b to the x divided by h, and we subtract that same quantity. Nothing has changed, right? It's still the same exact thing. We can factor out a few things and simplify our product rule. So let's carry it down below. We have the limit of h going to 0, and since we have the same denominator, we can say a to the x plus h, b to the x plus h, minus a to the x, b to the x, now plus a to the x plus h multiplied by b to the x, minus a to the x plus h, b to the x, all divided by h. Now, we're going to separate these two things into two different fractions. In order to solve for the product rule, we need to take this first positive term and this last negative term that we subtracted by, and then also combine our second and third term into their own separate fractions. So let's continue to limit down below. And what I mean by this is now we're going to make one specific fraction just for the green terms. A to the x plus h times b to the x plus h minus a to the x plus h times b to the x divided by h. Now we can just separate the fractions and say plus, and now in blue, a to the x plus h, b to the x, minus a to the x times b to the x, divided by h. So here, let's factor out the common terms in each numerator. So carry down the limit. We'll factor out our a to the x plus h, and then we'll have our remaining fraction here, b to the x plus h minus b to the x divided by h. And now we're going to add our second fraction by factoring out b to the x in this case, times a to the x plus h minus a to the x all over h. Now something should start to stick out to you, where each of these fractions are their own limit definitions of their individual derivatives. When we evaluate this limit, each of these terms will converge to their own respective functions. This a to the x plus h, if we just add h and there's no h's in our denominators, just dividing by 0, this will converge to a to the x after the limit is evaluated. This will converge to b prime of x, if you can see the form there, x plus h minus b of x divided by h, which is really cool. B to the x will just stay the same because there's no x plus h's involved. And this term here will just evaluate to a prime of x. So the derivative of our function with respect to two product functions is just going to be a of x multiplied by b prime of x, or the derivative of b, plus b of x multiplied by the derivative of a with respect to x. And this is known as the product rule. Please comment down below if you have learned something from here today, and any questions you may have as well. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel for more math and chemistry related videos.